Hey guys, RTT back here for the video, guys. Today we're going to talk about the PS5. Yes, the brand new console just came out that's not called the Xbox Series X. Guys, let's talk about this and why right now we're going to see a lot of PS5s actually go ahead and get listed for a lot less money, and we're going to see slowly the scalpers who scalp these PS5s lose money, and we're going to get them for good prices. Now let's go and talk about it. So starting off right away, the PS5, Sony has came out and said they're going to ramp up production of the PS5 and that there's going to be, I think they said a total of 10 million units coming out over the next couple months. So what does that mean? Well, first off, that means every time it is restocked, I know the typical thing happens. The bots buy them all up, right? The bots buy all the stocks up and then you can't buy one. Well, the issue is that there is a crap ton of people trying to buy these PS5s, right? The more Sony puts out PS5s, the more these bots buy them up. But the bots now have crazy amount of inventory. So you might have, like I think they said on the news, one bot bought up 3,500 units of a PS5. Now that person, whoever owns the bot, has to sell 3,500 units. Okay, so what do you sell? You sell eBay, you sell maybe Amazon. I know Amazon's really good at like not letting scalpers make money. So probably eBay, Craigslist, stuff like that. Well, now you gotta think about it this way, right? So you have one bot who bought up 3,500 units. You have another bot who probably bought up 3,500 units. You have another bot bought 3,500 units. What ends up happening now is you have so many different of these bots that bought up so many units that now, guess what? They gotta sell it. And when there's 60,000 people, bots out there selling these units at one time, and let's say they all put in $4,000. Well, now there's no diversity to make sure that your PS5 you scalped and sold sells faster. So they had to undercut each other. And because there's so many out there, and Sony is actually being something that Nvidia never did, which is diligent on trying to get these out to the consumers, we're going to slowly see the price of these scalpers diminish down with the value of what they're selling the PS5s for. And eventually, I'm honestly thinking, guys, we're going to see this PS5 for around exactly what it's going for, around MSRP. Because the issue is, and this is going to stop a lot of people from scalping in the future, is that NVIDIA and the 3080, 3090 series was a great thing to scalp. I don't condone scalping. I think scalping is awful, but it was a great thing to scalp because a lot of people wanted it, and NVIDIA just did not care about getting inventory out, and they rushed production, and they didn't have enough units. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X too, they had enough units. It's just the fact that there are people out there who will buy 3,500 units of a PS5 just so they can resell for double the price. And that's the difference, is that Sony is coming out with more units. Sony is pushing. They already had enough units for the supply and demand, or for the demand currently. Now they're pushing even more units. And the issue with these bots is that they keep buying them up. Eventually, you have one person with 7,000 units of a PS5, and they can't sell them. And now they have all that money invested, so now they got to undercut one another. Back and forth, undercutting. And the more Sony pushes out these PS5s and make them more available at stores and online, these scalpers are going to lose a lot of money. We're going to see scalpers lose a crap ton of money. And I'm expecting by February of next year, PS5 is going to be at like a Walmart or a Target or a Best Buy, and you can go buy one. Not have to wait and worry about scalpers. And are the scalpers going to be able to sell 70,000 PS5s in the matter of a couple months? They might. They might be able to sell a lot of them. They're going to undercut each other, and eventually we're going to see them at like $600 instead of $1,000. But one thing I'll say about that is that that's why, as like a PlayStation community, as a gamers here, do not buy a scalped PS5. I didn't buy a scalped PS5. I got the pre-order I got the digital edition for like what, $400, but so I don't like get confused. I did not like buy a scalped console. I bought as pre-order. I got lucky. I got very lucky, and Amazon had the pre-orders up at like 11 p.m. and I bought one. Anyway, though, so that's why, guys, I know a lot of you guys want PS5s. I did a whole review on the PS5. I talked about the PS5. It is not worth the money. I'll tell you that right now. At this moment, it's not worth the money. In the future, it might be. But let's just go just quick, recap. Do you have a 4K monitor? Do you have a 4K monitor with over 60 FPS or 60 hertz? Do you have a 4K monitor that's 144 hertz and has an HDMI 2.1 slot? You do not, because they were very hard to find and there's not many, and there's like over $1,000 if you do find one. So now let's go to the next one. Do you have a 1440p monitor with an HDMI 2.0 slot? Yes, you most likely do. Is it over 60 hertz? If it is, then yeah, you can actually play the PS5 at 120 hertz on 1440p, not 4K. So now you're talking about, okay, is it better to stay with the PS4 Pro at upscale to 4K or 1440p at 120 FPS? The facts of the facts is there's no games for it. There's no games right now that's really utilizing the PS5. And it won't be probably until mid next year. I mean, Cyberpunk might be one of the first games, and I know the Spider-Man game somewhat does, but it doesn't really as crazy. Like, there's no games right now where you're sitting there like, oh, I need this PS5 because of blank. There is no games. So right now, until February, when this become very much in stock, don't buy a PS5. Don't buy an Xbox Series X. Wait. Hold off and wait. Because first off, what this is doing, two things. You're going to get your PS5 from MSRP at $400 or $500, whatever you want to buy it for. And the second thing is you're going to destroy the scalpers. And that's what we need to do. As a gaming community, we need to come together and destroy the scalpers, because the scalpers are what's making this awful. And if you make one scalper lose $1,000, he's never going to scalp again. I guarantee you. And that's what the NVIDIA 3080, NVIDIA did an awful job. Sony's not seeming to do an awful job. Sony's seeming to come back and trying to fix the situation. And again, guys, I know what you're going to say. You're talking about Xbox in this video. I haven't heard anything from Microsoft, okay? I know Microsoft, when they put out the Series X and the Series S, they definitely had inventory better than NVIDIA, but I haven't heard any rumors about them coming out saying we're going to make sure the scalpers don't, fluff people over. And I'm an Xbox guy. I love Xbox. But hey, I'll get one thing. Sony, you guys doing a lot better than Xbox right now. So I got to give Sony props right now. They're actually coming out with statements. Again, I might be incorrect. I haven't seen anything. It doesn't mean that they're not out there, that Xbox hasn't made an announcement about this, but I haven't seen it. So I'm just talking about the Sony side because that's what I've seen. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and comment down below. Again, make sure you go ahead and wait for your PS5. But also, you don't have a 4K HDMI 2.1 slot monitor, are you really getting that much more quality? 4K at 60 FPS, 120 FPS at 1440p. What are you guys thinking here? I don't know. I know, personally speaking, because I have a $5,000 gaming PC, I freaking always make sure I game at 160 FPS. I game at 4K. Actually, yeah, 4K. It's like 1440p 4K. Okay, listen, I don't have the new AMD 5000 series CPUs. I don't have a 10900K. I have a 9900K. So I'm not getting like the full crisp 4K, but still. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.